Alright, we got this here. We got... Where's my... I guess I can just play through OBS and look at y'all. Okay, what's going on, chat? Let me, set up my in-game scenario. What's going on, everybody? It's been a minute since I've streamed. I was on a... I guess you could call it a vacation. But I went to a wedding in New Jersey. So I was gone for a little while. But I'm back, and I posted daily on No Bottlecaps, despite the difficulties that entailed. I should do live chat. And I posted a video while I was gone. I posted my video essay on Mega Evolution and competitive play. Did y'all watch that? Just watch my XS video. It was fun. Thank you very much. Alright. I lost Pokeball. I probably have a bunch of repeat balls here. Nope. Alright. I'm trying to brain blast. Okay, so first things first, need to make it nighttime, right? Hope everyone's doing well. So the odds to find an XS Mon? I have no earthly idea what the odds of finding an extra small Pokemon are. I could not tell you even 1 ounce, any amount, what the odds are. Let's just say, it's tiny. Our alpha's not good. Listen. I'll let you in on a secret. Let's just say... Oh, can I see them from here? I can. Let's just say the alpha in competitive play thing... It's a bit overblown. And no one has done proper testing. Expect a video on that shortly. Alright, we could see them. Alright. So if I want to check them, I'll go that way. But until then, we're going to go in and out. We'll go 75, just in case, right? The shiny hunting begins. What's up, Goomy Lover? How are you today? You any cool RNG lately, or just ZA? I've been loving the ZA competitive stuff so much, Silk, that I have not done any RNG manipulation in a while. I was actually thinking about it's time to return to it soon. It's time to go back to business as usual soon. I actually have a RNG manipulation video in the works. The thumbnail is commissioned. Thumbnail is commissioned and being worked on, and the script is about halfway done, so I should be able to get it done next week, before the end of the month. So that's exciting. I also want to do some e-reader stuff. Ugh, I'm so desperate to do some e-reader stuff. I have such a big vision in my skull for some e-reader stuff. But I just don't know if it's economically viable for me to do an e-reader thing. What a sad life I lead. I want to get back to doing some, I want to get back to doing some interesting manips, obviously. I want to get back to doing, like, a difficult RNG manip. Like, I want to go back to doing, what's it called? If you guys remember, I was doing that, that Reggie steal, where you have to, like, pause 600 times. So I'm very interested in doing that again and continuing with that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing, RNG manips for I'm definitely going to be doing RNG manips for Legend ZA in older games when Home comes out for it. But the thing is, when Home comes out for ZA, it seems like it's going to be about the time for... about the time when Champions comes out, and I'm definitely doing a video about Champions. Doing Clefairy, well, I don't care if it's which one it is, but Cleffa, Clefairy, that are on the thingy here. I love doing the e-reader stuff too. I don't know. I was thinking of crowdfunding it, but the problem is I crowdfunded the purchasing of my Switch too, and that was only like 6 months ago, so it just feels greedy to try and do another crowdfund. What really has to happen is I just have to get better at managing my time. I have to be able to do e-reader stuff on the side while I'm also working on other projects, and now that No Bottlecaps has success and I'm doing dailies on it, I also have to interweave No Bottlecaps into there. So I don't know how I'm doing anything. I have no ability to manage my time even remotely acceptably in any way that makes any concept of sense. So, y'all, it's going to be an interesting time for me in the coming... It's going to be an interesting time for me in the upcoming, weeks, to say the least. This is interesting. Does a night-only Pokemon that's shiny... So Clefairy and Clefairy and Cleffa are night-only, if you don't know this. Does anybody know, do they stay in the day if they are shiny, or do they get nuked? Looking for Clefable, Clefairy. Or, it's Clefairy or Cleffa. Clefable's not here. Is this for another tiny team? It's just more about using the tiny Pokemon appropriately. Oh, so they'll despawn during the day and they'll come back at night? I haven't tried it yet. I was doing a lot of, can overload if I want. I do want to, but I don't know how to do it. I basically didn't watch any of Jeff's videos on it because they were all about Charmander. It also looks like a lot of setup, and I just kind of wanted to be casual about it. I kind of just wanted to, like, casually fart around, you know what I mean? Bois is the GOAT, indeed. Wanna run around with Bois? Me and Bois, friends forever. We're friends till the end, me and Bois. It doesn't look like any of them are sparkling fellows. Oh. Lure Clefairy to the gate, save and reset. Run 65 meters away, save and reset. Lure the Clefairy back. I mean, I'm not gonna name other Heracroix Bois. There's only one Bois, and it's my friend. There's two alphas there. You guys see that? That's crazy. All right. What to? Oops, I did the wrong option for some reason. Think the combat system needed a proper dodge or parry. Well, there is proper dodge. I do think that the switching mechanic as a way to dodge is really good. You get iframes, you can reposition. I think it's really good, to be honest. And I like that Megas have an even better version of said dodge. That being said, I think there's a couple of problems with the combat system. But I really like it overall. I would say my main issue with the... ranked system right now... No, I like indirect control. I think it's fine. One of my biggest issues with the system at the moment for this game's combat is... there is so much incentive to disengage. No, I actually think there's too much camping already, Lorenzo. So, like, I think a limited use dodge per spawn is really good for this game. Because if you had an unlimited dodge, even on a cooldown, there would be significantly more camping. And this game is already rife with it. It is already so effective to be able to just third party and run away and camp. Like, if you've ever played against any Xerneas player, these guys don't play the video game. They queue up for ranked mode and they say, I don't want to play the game. I want to leave. I'm uninterested. I'm pretty sure I am respawning all of them. I'm going to like 75. No, it's definitely respawning them. No, I do think the speed stat is underutilized. The big thing I have with this game's competitive mode, yeah, it's so easy to third party, man. A Pokemon like Xerneas is literally just disengaging. It is so fast, it can run when it has a speed boost, it can run away from almost every single melee attack. And it's like, I understand that like camping's important and like camping is and should always be somewhat of an effective strategy. You don't want a format where the only way to win is to go in. Obviously, it's like, but like what I'm encountering so many times is people who are just queuing up and they'll like go for second with camping. It's like, you guys are really like this? I just caught the Jirachi via e-reader. It's very cool. Jirachi was level 50 and the channel OT was male. Will this be detected if I would transfer up from home? Okay, there's two things about the Jirachi. One, the channel OT is randomized. So it is not always going to be a female. That is either male or female. It is a random OT gender is assigned. I assigned it appropriately based on the RNG manipulation. It's part of... Channel's RNG algorithm is insane. Before the Pokemon is generated, it decides, like, the secret ID. It decides the trainer gender. It decides the origin game is Ruby or Sapphire. And it decides the berry. All of those things happen before the Pokemon's... EVs and IVs are determined. Which is insane. Not EVs. IVs in nature are determined. That's crazy enough. But then the second weird thing about, so the second thing to note is it's level 50. If you actually look at the summary, it is not a caught level 50. So if you look at it, go pay attention. If you pay attention, go look at the Met level. The Met level's 5. So the way that the Jirachi gets into your game from my e-reader events is super duper weird, and it's not how normal Pokemon are generated at all. Normal Pokemon are generated, and then they're generated with your trainer name and stuff like that. But then when you throw a Pokeball at them, it changes what Pokeball they have. By default, everybody's got a Pokeball. And it also changes their Met location. No, it doesn't change. It changes their trainer gender, I think, changes when you capture. It changes a couple of things. It changes like 3 or 4 things. When you catch the Jirachi from my e-reader event, you don't do any catching. There's no catching happens at all. You throw the Pokeball, it catches it. If you were able to pause the game and look at the Pokemon after it's captured, and open it up and see what it is, but like while the nicknaming screen is happening to you, it would be a bad egg in your party. What I do is I delete it, the bad egg, and I just paste the Jirachi back over it. And that Jirachi has a Met location of a Met level of level 5. And it's level 50 because it doesn't say it won't say caught at level 50. It thinks that this Pokemon was caught at level 5 and then raised to level 50 the normal way. It's weird, I know, but that's what I'm doing. This seems boring and lame. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, yeah, I think that shiny hunting is the most fun thing that I've ever done in my entire life, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I wanted something that was like a casual stream without like any too much thought. I just wanted to get back into a groove of doing a stream. Like, I know my viewers aren't super interested in shiny hunts. Yeah. Any ideas for Zygarde sets? I mean, you won't be seeing me using Zygarde, I'll tell you that. I am interested in actually running Zygarde 10%. I feel like it's got to be underutilized. I feel like I want to use Zygarde 10%. I wish Choice Band was in this game, but it's not, so... I don't think people are using macros in the way that you're thinking about it, by the way. What I think people are doing for ranked mode in this game is because you can't D-rank, I think they're just like, because you can't D-rank in this game, people are just like holding the L button down and having it mash A. And it's just they want to get Greninja or whatever. I think Choice Band would be pretty terrible in this game. I think Choice Band would not be terrible. I think the power boost is significant. But also, not only that, I think that Zygarde and Zygarde 10% would probably be one of the best users of Choice Band. Because of... I feel like this Kangaskhan isn't despawning, but I guess it's because I'm not running far enough away. Let's just go like this. Because Zygarde 10% has a move that is just always able to hit Pokemon. Right? Like, 1,000 Arrows hits flying Pokemon. It just will hit literally everything in the universe. Alright, it's daytime, so they're not there. Hello. Congratulations, Druv. What's up, Gilberto Troche? How are you doing? You'd have to wait for your only move on cooldown. Yeah, but like a lot of people already can't Peepus. Am I streaming on? No, I'm streaming on my main YouTube channel. What? Was there 2 shinies or did it just go twice? Is that guy gone? That might be dead. I think that guy just disappeared. I don't know if I saved in time to catch that little fellow. Where was it? I don't even remember. You know what we could do? We could get the backup save, I think. Now, let's see. No. But the thing is, the stupid thing's flee animation only, where did they all go? Okay, whatever. I already have a shiny Talonflame, so I don't care that much. I have 2, actually. I have a second shiny Fletchinder that I don't... Yeah, so I don't really care. Don't worry. Don't talk about him. I've said this before. Like, there is simply no reason to discuss that person. They are completely irrelevant. Their videos literally get less than mine, and they have like 400-something thousand subs. They are completely irrelevant. The only people who talk about him are ones who are interested in dunking on him for Twitter clout. They want to get clout, and they want to do it an easy way. And what they do is they get clout by spreading the hate messages that he has, right? Because his followers and his video views and his tweets are so low view. They're so low view, but it's literally his tweets will get like 10 likes and his videos will get like 2,000 views. But if you make a video on him or you make a tweet, you'll get tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of views or likes, right? It is literally just a way to farm clout by losers who would rather spread his hate than do something else that's positive for the community, right? And if you're saying something like, oh, if you're saying like, I'm just, going against his messaging. And what I would say to you is his messaging reaches literally a negligible amount of people. You can combat his hate by speaking on negativity that he spreads without using his name or referencing him in any way, right? Or you can just ignore it because it reaches so few people. But what they do instead is they show his name, they show his position, and that, to the tens of thousands of people that see their tweet or video, gets more people to see his vitriol than otherwise would. And what they're actually doing is causing harm by spreading hate that he has by platforming him that way. I actually think it's completely malicious to do that. And I think that you're a complete fucking loser if you do it, because what you're interested in is clout, right? And so if you want to do that, be my guest. But yeah, I think it's complete ridiculous. And I think that there is value in debating or talking about people who, like, this would be a different conversation. This would be a different conversation if the person was getting hundreds of thousands of views, by the way, right? So like if you were talking about a person who had the same amount of subs and was getting 100K views per video, it's different, because that time, now the person is relevant and you're actually fighting against an audience of some amount that is worth like talking about, right? Like the audience is so large at that point, there will be people's minds who you have to change, and there will be a narrative to go against. But because he doesn't get any views, there is nothing like that. There's no meaningful audience. These people are all sycophants who are not open to having their minds changed. And there's not going to be any middle grounders who are going to agree with the hateful shit that he's saying, because it's so obviously wrong and stupid and hateful that, so I don't know. There's just no point to talk about this person. Talking about the Pope. I don't know anything about the Pope. Focus energy works the same. You get maximum crit rate if you have scope lens plus focus energy, or focus energy plus a high crit move. The best users I've seen for focus energy so far, I see a lot of camera up running focus energy, but I don't particularly know why. I actually just don't know why at all, but I think the best user is probably Kangaskhan, actually. It's focus energy Kangaskhan with scope lens, can focus energy work up and then giga impact and just destroy Pokemon. It's like a one-hit KO machine. You can also do the same with Watchog, which can also one-hit KO Xerneas. It feels like Watchog would be worse just because it doesn't have the option to run Mega for invulnerability frames, and also it's way less bulky. But I've seen a non-zero amount of Watchogs. The thing is, I don't think you need to buff Camera Up special attack. I'm going for Clefairy or Cleffa, extra small shiny. Camera Up doesn't need it. Camera Up can one-hit KO literally every relevant Pokemon that it needs to with plus fire moves. So for me, I don't understand why you would... Like, I don't... Yeah, to me, there's no reason to do anything like that. Yeah, Expert Belt, Life Orb, Camera Up kills everything. There's not even any reason to Mega it, but if you wanted to Mega it, you totally could. Like, the thing about Megas is even if the Mega is weaker than the main Pokemon, like I talked about in my most recent video on Mega Evolutions, even if the Mega is weaker, you still have validity in running the Mega just for the iframes alone. And a lot of the time with a Pokemon like Camerupt or Mega Camerupt, it could be worth it because that Pokemon's going to be third-partying a lot, right? It's going to be sitting in the back, it's going to be spamming fire moves, it's not going to try and get up close. So it could be worth it just to third-party with it and Mega for the iframes when there's a water Pokemon on the field. That's my thoughts on it. I feel like Focus Energy Camerupt is just pointless. Does it even have a high crit move that it's trying to use? I feel like it doesn't. Any favorites coming for the DLC? I actually don't know which Pokemon are coming in the DLC for sure. I was pretty excited to see Annihilate. I think it's a cool Pokemon. I generally really like it. My favorite Pokemon is already in this game. Three of my favorite Pokemon are already in this game. In Totodile, Feraligatr, Clefable, and Garchomp are all a bunch of, like, they're some of my top favorites. I would say those are probably my top 3 Pokemon of all time. Obviously, it's a shame what's going on with Garchomp in this game. I don't even use it anymore because it's just so obnoxious. Like, everyone and their freaking mother's using Garchomp, and it is just, like, one of the most annoying Pokemon to face in this entire game. Garchomp tends to do that with limited dex or limited power, especially when it has access to Yachi Berry. Well, they might just delete Annihilape's, they might just delete Annihilape's signature move, right? They deleted freaking Galarian Slowbro's signature move. And as far as I'm concerned, that's for no reason at all. Like, its signature move would not have been difficult to implement into ZA's battle system in any way, right? I actually don't understand why they didn't include it. I'm excited to have new Pokemon, and I'm also hoping that, the inclusion of the new Pokemon is going to reset the ranked back to not using Uber Pokemon. We don't know Season 4's rule set, do we? I've seen Season 3's rule set posted. I haven't seen Season 4's posted anywhere. I'm talking about Season 4. Zygarde's season is Season 3, and it includes 0 Pokemon from the DLC. Nope, you guys are not understanding. once the DLC is launched, Season 3 is Zygarde, and there's no Pokemon from the DLC are allowed at all. Literally, you couldn't even use regular Annihilate in Season 3 if you wanted to, because no new Pokemon from the Mega Dimensions DLC are allowed. So Season 4 is what I'm hoping for, and I'm hoping for Season 4 is no Ubers, plus all the new Mega Dimensions DLC Pokemon. And then Season 5 is probably going to be even more new Ubers. Like, a lot of people are expecting, there to be Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, which would be, it's like, do we have to be doing that? That doesn't sound fun, but okay, I guess. Yeah, it was in the Mega Dimensions trailer, Kazin. Diancee's allowed in Season 2. Does Diancee use a restricted slot right now? Does anybody know? I didn't even use it. It's so stupid. Mega Zeraora is probably going to also use a restricted slot. Yeah. Mega Zeraora getting a lot of hate. I don't think it deserves hate, but it does look a little bit like, it's one of the Megas that I don't love in the sense that it's not different enough from the main form. I like it when Mega Pokemon get freaky with it. Funnily enough, I think Mega Starmie is one of the better get freaky with it Pokemon. Well, Mega Greninja is tough because they kind of already made Mega Greninja in Ash Greninja. And then when they realized, they were like, we kind of have to make Mega Greninja if we're making the other two, and then they deleted it. More Mega Ubers is not needed. Well, Zeraora is not an Uber, right? Ubers are Pokemon that are like box art legend. They're very clearly different and better than regular Pokemon. Zeraora is like not even a good Pokemon. It's like a niche, maybe okay Pokemon in singles sometimes. Ash Greninja would have been broken in this game? Maybe. It's crazy they haven't allowed... You don't understand the logic behind including legendaries in ranked? What's the problem with including legendaries in ranked? Like, I don't understand your problem with it. Like, what is... Like, you said the logic of including it. What is illogical about allowing a legendary Pokemon in competitive battle? Like, what's illogical about it? What's up, Arion? How you doing? Did my music stop? Thank you. You could say that I'm being nitpicky about words. Are we trying to do Wii Shop Wednesday on a Thursday? Do you know what I'm interested in doing? I gotta get this because I was talking to with. Oop, that's me. Where's my music playlist? Pokemon Battle Revolution OST. I gotta find a song from Battle Revolution. Where's like the Wi-Fi stuff? Yes. We're gonna put this in the music playlist. How do I save? I gotta stream music. All right, we'll listen to it once like this. So it takes the fun of the game. You have centralized. I mean, you're definitely. These guys schmooved. So like, you said it sort of takes away the fun to have a game when you. So like, the problem with your statement saying you don't understand the logic of it is you are basically listing a completely subjective opinion, right? I tend to agree with you that Xerneas is so centralizing that it has allowed me to be less successful in experimentation. Season 1 felt really, really balanced, and it felt like I could use 100 different Pokemon and they were all good. I genuinely think every single electric type is good in Season 1, except maybe Jolteon. There's so many of them, they could all do the same thing, it's what niche you needed. However, that being said, there's plenty of metagames that I enjoy which centralize around a Pokemon or a mechanic extremely heavily, and that centralization is in fact what makes the metagame good, right? So, if you look at something like, Gen 3 or Gen 4, right? Gen 4 is entirely warped by the Hazard's Stealth Rock. It is so powerful of a hazard that every single team has something to do with it. Like, spikes are very, very powerful in Gen 3, but you'll still see spikeless offense teams in Gen 3. You really don't see Stealth Rockless teams in Gen 4. Because it's completely warping. And playing around the warping nature of it is actually pretty enjoyable for me. Where do I go when I fly to this? I don't want to figure it out. So it could technically be faster. Okay, let's go back to... We'll put on Jacynth. We'll just get a little Jacynth gaming going on. Now, I think Xerneas is the reason I think people are frustrated with Xerneas this season is because the thing that... Oh, this is too loud. The way that Xerneas centralizes the game is specifically not fun and stinky, right? It is not fun. Xerneas is so powerful and can run Babiri Berry to deal with steel types. It has coverage for steel types. It has coverage for poison types. It is really, really fast. It can avoid playing the game by just sprinting away at Mach 10. On top of that, the Pokemon Xerneas brings out were already really powerful. Like, who's Xerneas making show up? Metagross? More Metagross are showing up thanks to Xerneas. Wow, that's really what I wanted to see. More Metagross in this game. There wasn't enough in Season 1. Xerneas is bringing out Garchomp even more, despite it being a Dragon type? Why is that? Oh, could it possibly because Garchomp can live any hit Xerneas does, destroys all of the Steel and Poison type counters with its Ground type, and has coverage for Xerneas with Poison or Steel moves. And on top of that, so it's like, what Xerneas has done is brought out 6 trillion Metagross and 6 trillion Garchomp onto the field. Yeah. Pangoro smokes Metagross. You can just crit right through the screens. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, I do like, so one of the things that I found in season 1, I think my favorite thing to do was look for anti-meta or off-meta tech. I think it was extremely rewarding because, like, you'll look at a Pokemon like Stunfisk and you'll think, this is stupid. Like, this is kind of a gimmick that nobody can see it. And then you run Stunfisk and actually it's literally just strong enough to KO everything that it needs to KO. And it matches up super well into the most popular lead in the format, which is Ampharos. And then the Pokemon that they want to switch into, probably a Metagross, Stunfisk also does well into. And Stunfisk is really good at third partying. It's actually really fun to discover. I had a similar experience when I found Avalugg. Turns out Avalugg's really good into a lot of popular Pokemon. Like, I don't even think Avalugg's actually, like, off meta. Like, I think Avalugg, if you look at the season 1 competition, Avalugg's just a good Pokemon. Like, but I found it pretty early on and realized, like, I was like, this is really powerful. This is fun to fight. This is fun to find. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know. Oh, give me 1 second. We're gonna do a lytics check on my No Bottlecaps latest video. I wanna see how I made 2 distinct thumbnails for it. I wanna see what they're doing. Oh, I don't have any reports yet. Okay. Yeah, the issue with Xerneas is it's finding things that are checks to it is really difficult because of how powerful it is. I don't mind people talk about using legendaries or not legendaries. I have no issue using legendaries. Zapdos is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in battle. I love using something like I love using something like I can't remember. I wish I talk about Latias I love using, but big but coming here. Like, there's a distinction between box art legendaries and regular legendaries, right? Xerneas, Yveltal, they're both very obviously more powerful than a normal Pokemon. Game Freak does this on purpose, and it's totally fine, right? They're not the same as Zapdos, right? Zapdos's power is more in line with like a pseudo legendary like Tyranitar or something. It is they are generally on average slightly stronger than your standard Pokemon. I think that these Pokemon are made legendaries mostly for like cool thematic encounters. There's a ton of misinfo going on about alphas. I'll tell you this right now. People have the wrong impression of it. Jeff and I are working on a video on No Bottlecaps. It'll be like an essay type video on No Bottlecaps to talk about how the actual nuances, because the research people have done is not correct. I'll tell you that right now. I'm fairly confident that the information floating around is not right. I have no idea, Cho. Mewtwo is technically, I would call it a box legendary, but box legendaries hadn't been invented yet. But all of the box legendaries that came after Mewtwo seem to be like designed with its power level in mind. Well, the thing is, getting competitive Pokemon is pretty easy now because of ranked mode. I've been meaning to make like a... I've been meaning to make like a short on this or something. But like, I think that... Yeah, I thought that was a shiny. It's hard to tell. All right. That's phase 1, baby. Let's do a little savey wavy. The calcs, the information about calcs is correct, by the way. Nice. I've been playing this game where I try to stand on bushes, by the way. I can't do it. So it's all moves deal 70% of their usual damage in Legend ZA. Oh, I can't tell. My thingy's blocking it. That's a medium shiny Kangaskhan, by the way. Let's put you in my shiny box. I got a shiny Mega Pyroar for the person who keeps commenting on the No Bottlecaps videos that they want me to use Mega Pyroar. I got a daily commenter saying day X of asking to use shiny Mega Pyroar. So I'll be using a shiny when it comes to that video. Planet Namek team going crazy? I'm saying, brother. We'll do a save since I did catch it. Alright. No, I'm looking for shiny XS Cleffa. I'm looking for extra small shiny Cleffa or Clefairy. I'm a little sad that Mega Pyroar doesn't have a gender difference. I mean, listen, someone could easily prove us wrong, but I'm almost positive that I'm correct that extra small Pokemon are almost always better than large Pokemon. But yeah, the way damage works in this game is that all moves deal 70% of the damage that they normally do. All moves deal 70% of the damage that they normally do. If you use a plus move, it deals 20% increased damage, so the move will do 90% of its typical damage calc damage. And then if it's a super effective plus move, the move deals 100% of the damage it would have dealt in a normal Pokemon game. What's the XS rate? Great question, I have no freaking clue. It's not high, I'll tell you that. I have a bunch of XSs that I farmed for competitive. These are all XS Pokemon. Some farmed, some I just had in my box naturally. Oh, so check this. So Type Master, yeah. I might even try and make that this week or something if I have time, but this would be a main channel short, and basically I've talked a little bit about that I'm nervous that Pokemon Champions is actually not going to be I'm nervous that Pokemon Champions is not going to make competitive Pokemon accessible enough. You have to still spend in-game resources after grinding in ranked or in a single-player mode to be able to build Pokemon, right? And I'm nervous that Game Freak's gonna mess that up. I'm nervous that it's gonna be... I'm nervous that it's gonna be too slow. You're not gonna be able to get enough Pokemon. And I almost think that Ranked Legends EA is still a bit too slow. But the way that Ranked Legends EA gives you money, gives you rare candies, and it gives you bottle caps, I think is actually like almost a beta system for what Ranked is going to be like in Champions, where like if you just battle like 10 times, you're going to have enough to make like 2 or 3 Pokemon. And so I think that it's actually like a preview into the world of what Ranked Champions is going to be like. In terms of building competitive Pokemon. Because building Pokemon is pretty seamless now, right? People talk about doing manual EV training. Yes, look, I'd probably still have rewards right now. Do I have treasure in my satchel right now? Look at this. I got these big nuggets and these nuggets. I'll sell them next time I go to the Poke Center. I got those nuggets and big nuggets from playing the last 2 No Bottlecaps videos that I did, right? I obviously farm for first places in the No Bottlecaps videos, but I don't have to do many. Like my tiny team took me maybe 25 minutes of recording. I recorded 6 games. I used 4. In my Pikachu video, I recorded 5 games. Recorded 5 games, and I used 4 as well. Because it's pretty easy to get first place if you're not like drooling or brain dead. You can just get first place like decently easy. Oh, my music stopped. So all you get, like, look at the bottle caps that I get. Like, look at the bottle caps that I have. I have 3 gold and 42 regular. Like, you can make so many Pokemon this way, and then you can sell the nuggets and stuff for money, and then you can use rare candy. I've been pretty liberal with rare candy usage, you know? Go to my second channel, No Bottlecaps, and watch the way that I play. I think the best way to get first place in one of the biggest principles to remember of this game's ranked mode is that Pokemon can run away from you when you're attacking. So if you're using a physical attack like Iron Head or a move that's not a gap closer, right? If you're using a physical attack like Iron Head where your Pokemon stops in place to hit, that attack is not going to connect. They can also dodge dashing moves like Drill Run. The only moves that are guaranteed to connect that are physical are moves like Close Combat or like teleport moves that teleport you towards them. This is physical moves, right? They can even dodge lots of special attacks like Moonblast or Focus Blast, right? So what you want to do is wait for players to do a commitment, right? So you have, the number one advice that I could give is be patient. Look for the person who you're trying to target, right? Chase them around and make sure that you're not getting targeted. If you either get targeted or the person that you're attacking starts targeting someone else or swaps, that is your moment to strike and make an attack. Because when they do an attack of their own or when they switch, they are stuck in a very long, unsafe animation that then gives you the opportunity to make your move. So if you are... No, Icicle Crash is goated. Incorrect, Viz. Very wrong. Icicle Crash is an infinite range tracking move. Icicle Crash is excellent at third-partying Pokemon because it will not miss, right? It can pretty much only miss if they dodge by swapping or Mega Evolving. But Type Masters, yeah, my main point was that was Champions gameplay loop, but I was worried that the gameplay loop in Champions would be too slow for that. But I don't think it's too slow in this game, and so what I'm saying is it's given me confidence that it's going to be decent at the very least. 2 alphas. Wait for an attack animation. Wait for a swap. That is, in my opinion, the best way to go about it. Camping is unfortunately powerful, like extremely, extremely powerful in this game. I've basically never seen Icicle Crash miss unless the target Pokemon is extremely tiny. Or really, really fast. So, like, you might have trouble hitting a Xerneas who's used Geomancy with Icicle Crash. But, like, your main target with Icicle Crash is going to be Garchomp, and you're going to hit it. I run Protect on frail Pokemon that like to scrap. That lets them dodge the usual one super effective coverage move that opponents would have. So if you look at, like, let's look at Stunfisk, right? Stunfisk can run Protect. You can run Charge, Earth Power, Thunderbolt, Protect. And the utility of having Protect on Stunfisk there is that it lets you dodge, Earth Power from other Stunfisk and then win the 1v1. It lets you dodge an Earthquake from Metagross or an Ice Punch from Metagross and then Earth Power it. And it lets you protect against water types. It lets you protect against water types. And then hit them with Thunderbolt. That's the main utility of Protect. I use it on Talonflame a lot too, although I don't think you need it. But it's like Talonflame can protect a Thunder Punch from a Metagross to burn cooldown time. And then my brain isn't working. Burn cooldown time and then hit back with a Brave Bird after, or like a Flare Blitz after the cooldown's up. No. I just went for Excadrill because I was surprised at how drastic the size difference in regular, like Alpha Excadrill versus XS Excadrill is huge, and it was very surprising to me. You swear my channel name is very catchy? No Bottlecaps? So funny, the reason we named our channel No Bottlecaps, by the way, anyone who's watching the live stream on No Bottlecaps, in case you're unaware, there's actually 2 people on that channel. It's me and Papa Hefe. A lot of people don't actually know that we're 2 different people, but yeah, we are. The original reason for the name of No Bottlecaps, a lot of people thought the channel was named No Bottlecaps because of Legend ZA and how difficult, not because a lot of people think that we named it No Bottlecaps for ZA ranked because Bottlecaps were hard to get in season 1, but actually it's named No Bottlecaps because we don't use Bottlecaps in regular Pokemon games because we can RNG manip the Pokemon. There are multiple people that watch No Bottlecaps right now that I guarantee you do not know that Jeff and I are 2 different people. There are people who comment on our videos and they're just like, wow, your teams are so cool. I love watching all of your videos. Some people know, but some people don't. I even got a comment on a video, one of my shorts on the No Bottlecaps channel, and there was just like, is this I'm a Blissey? And I was like, yes, it's my second channel. I've plugged it in like 10 different videos. I know it's like inefficient to be checking, but I like checking. Do we have any check enjoyers out here? We go around, you just check. Yeah, hacking my account to continue making Pokemon videos is insanely funny. No Bottlecaps people, how many of you are only here for the ZA content? In chat. Like, obviously, I'm not doing a battle right now, but how many of you are only here for the ZA ranked content? I'm going to be dropping my first non-ZA ranked battle video soon on that channel. I mean, it really is finally what brought the channel into the world. We actually have a whole Lucha video coming out soon, Leo. I think it's going to be tomorrow's video, Leo. You're on my main channel from the ZA battles? Want to... Yeah, because the channel was, like, really struggling. We couldn't get the daily gameplay grind off the ground. Like, nobody would watch. It actually was a big damage to my ego. It felt like people were really uninterested in watching me live. Like, maybe my live commentary in battle wasn't good or something like that. But then this came out and people are loving it. So I'm wondering if the duo dynamic hurt it or if people weren't interested in the old gen content as much or what. But expect lots of Champions stuff. We're going to be doing a lot of Champions content when that comes out. Both of us really like the traditional battle system in Pokemon. Someone actually commented, they were like mad that Jeff was on the channel too. They were like, I hate clicking on these videos and then it's not Blissey. Like, I'm only here for Blissey. And I was like, you know, and they were like, I don't mean any offense by it, but it's like, at the same time, like, do you think I'd be doing a channel with my friend? Like I struggle to find why viewers think that they, like, can comment things like this. Or, like, why they think that it won't be rude. You know what I mean? It's, like, so confusing to me. Like, even if you're saying, I'm trying to be as polite as I can, it's like, it doesn't matter if you're trying to be polite. Like, if the core of the thing isn't right, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I get it. It's like partially our fault because we let the channel die for a little bit because of the just complete failure to get any amount of meaningful views. And then I had built the team. And I was like, well, I might as well used it in ranked. And I was like, so I'll just post it. I'll throw it on. What happened for No Bottlecaps was I posted the carbing video on No Bottlecaps, right? The carbing video exploded. Was instantaneously the most viewed video on the channel by a significant margin. By like 14 times, literally. The most viewed video on the channel was like 1.5K. It instantly got 15,000 views, basically. So I was like, once that happened, I was like, it's daily time. Like, I'm just going to pump these out daily. I'm going to put them out every single day because I know we're going to be able to get our bag. We're going to be able to get monetized. People are going to finally fucking watch us. I've been wanting to do a daily gaming channel for a long time because it's going to be a way to help get the pressure off of my main channel so I can be a little bit more experimental. And so I uploaded daily solo for the first like week and a half. while Jeff was like doinking around with shiny mechanics, and I had to spend a lot of time convincing him, like, listen, this is gonna work, this is good, this is gonna be good for the both of us. And so for a while, Jeff was not on the channel because he was just shiny hunting and making those videos, and I also don't think that he believed that it would survive for a period of time. But it has survived with pretty good views for an entire month at this point. Not an entire month even, but it's yeah. Well, I had a person who commented on my video. Well, you know, when I said doinking around, I didn't mean it in like a negative way. Like he was just doing his own thing. Whew. All right. Let's go check. I like checking the zone after the day shift. It's kind of fun. Well, I got another comment on one of my videos where someone said something like, "Hey, Evie. I'll tell you what, I've been hankering to play Legends Arceus, by the way, because of this game. Yep, let's get out of here. How do I say? I got a comment on a video, on my most recent video. So if and I talked to you about like how on my main channel I'm a Blissey, I'll be able to be more experimental because of No Bottlecaps, and that's like one of the main reasons I uploaded that recent video called Why Mega Pokemon Are Bad in Legends ZA. That is a like battle discussion essay type video. And that is a video I would not have released if I was scared that I needed to make a big hitter on my main channel. But because I have supplementary income from No Bottlecaps, I'm feeling more confident to be experimental. That's literally, if you liked that video, if you thought that video was interesting or good, that video is a direct result of No Bottlecaps getting good views and being monetized. So I have another one coming that's not about competitive play. It's actually a game design video that should be out in December at some point. But anyway, I got a comment on that video. Like, it's people feel the need to I don't know why I can't filter it like this. But basically, like, someone commented on the video and was like, can you please, I'm not trying to be rude, but can you please stop putting swipe sound effects and clicking noises when you do transitions? It's really obnoxious and it makes it feel like a YouTube short. They commented that. And I just replied, like, stop commenting on my videos. Like, I don't want you here. And then they were like, I don't understand. And I was like, you're rude. Like, just leave. And they were like, why are you being mean to me? Like, you're not like this on your live streams. And I just didn't answer them. But it's like who the fuck do you think that you are? Like I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why people like feel like they can say anything. It's like confounding to me. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't, like, fuck you. Like, I think what bothers me about it is it's like the idea that it's not gonna be offensive that you're like annoyed by the editing style of my video is funny, because it's like, obviously I try very hard on my videos. Obviously I'm not professionally trained, so it's like, yes, like but I didn't ask you. Like, I think the criticism, I think unasked criticisms are always bad, in my mind anyway. And like, I'm not gonna say that I'm not guilty of doing unasked criticisms, because I am. I remember PokeMD, whose videos I love, he would do like little spotlights of the Pokemon before he shows them in the battle. And he had for a really long time marked special defense. The way that he marked the stats was health was HP, attack was ATK, defense was DEF, special attack was SP.ATK, special defense was SP.DEF, and then speed was SPD. And I was just like, for the love of God, do speed as SPE, special attack as SP capital A, and special defense as SP capital D. And I commented it once, and I was like, I'm begging somebody to listen to me. And it's like, you know what? I shouldn't have said something like that. I know AIM is not going to be offended by it. But like, you know, even that type of a comment is like, these are unasked criticisms. Like, you can't just say anything to any. It's like going up to a stranger and telling them like, I don't like the way that your outfit looks. It's like, who the fuck asked? Nobody asked you, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just like so weird to me. They're probably genuinely confused as to why you're upset. They were genuine. They said that they were confused. They were like, I don't understand what I did wrong. You're not normally like this. And it was like, well, first of all, you don't know me if you think that like, I don't just like insta rip tell people to leave. Like, I will tell anybody to leave at any time in my entire life. I don't mind chair stream bit because I'm not a chair streamer. I'm not very large. Like right? What do we have, 100 viewers here or something like that? Plus 30 on No Bottlecaps or something like that. It's like, I'm not a big streamer. And also, like, I intentionally don't just keep videos playing, like, to harvest views from smaller creators than to go to the bathroom or go eat. Because I'm not, like, a complete psycho loser, right? Yeah, if y'all are enjoying the stream, you're having a good time, please remember to hit that like button. It's a free way to help out the stream. Free way to help me out, let YouTube know, hey, this is good. Let me know, hey, Blissy, you should stream more. Sometimes you go on 2-week stream sabbaticals doing other stuff. Can you please come back to us? So yeah, hitting that like button's a way to let everybody know, like, hey, yeah, this is good. Good place to be. And if you want to really let me know that you like it, consider becoming a channel member. It's only $1.99 a month. You get access to behind-the-scenes content. You get my videos early. You get a bunch of emoji you can use. And you get a members-only Discord section. So if y'all are having a good time, consider becoming a channel member. Yo, Gilberto, welcome to Happy Knee. I appreciate you. Everybody show Gilberto some Blissy love. Thank you very much. Yeah, the problem is the YouTube algorithm relies on comments, unfortunately. And there have been, like, times... I mean, I tend to not enjoy the comments on my videos. I tend to not enjoy the comments on my videos unless they are comments on the DLC e-reader videos, where they're all almost always positive and nice. People going, hey, this is really cool. Thank you for making this. This is a cool project. I really love it. Those are the only videos that have comments that I like. Every other video that I make, because the topic is polarizing, is like just full of shitheads flaming me, and it's like, okay, wow. I really had fun getting flamed. Yeah, psychedelic. It does. Did the comments on the video, the competitive team building videos are just truly miserable. They are like, it is difficult to deal with those, I'll say that much. Shiny XS. If I was looking for XS, I have a different way to farm just for XS Pokemon. If anybody's interested in seeing that, I could take a moment to do a quick demo on what I think the best way to farm for XS Pokemon of a specific species is. Because you can't tell just visually, right? It's not like a shiny where you look at it and go, that's XS. It's very obvious. I was even thinking about making a short video on it, or short or something like that, but I haven't done any research on if what I'm doing is the most efficient way, but I could show what I'm doing. What's XS? Pokemon have size classification, so XS is extra small. I can show it off pretty clearly with the Excadrills. Oh my god, so fucking annoying, bro. Alright, so let's get Excadrill 1. So if this is, this is an extra small Excadrill. You can see it on the summary screen. If I go to switch without this here, so, right, and this one's XL. So this is the biggest one, this is the smallest one that it can be. So if I sit on this bench, do you see the difference here? Look at this. So this guy is way better at dodging attacks. No, this is why I picked Excadrill in the tiny No Bottlecaps video, by the way. Is because look at how the fucking size difference is insane. So, no. This is me, and then this is my hot wife, right? This is me, and this is my hot wife, telling the Dunkin' Donuts person that they gave me the wrong coffee. she goes up and she goes, you gave my partner coffee with milk in it. They only drink black coffee. That's what it is. Anyway, so this one's way better at dodging attacks, and also they're harder to see. Like, yes, you can lock onto them with the ZL button, but like that's talking about when you're turning around the thing. That's talking about like when you're turning around the camera and scanning the fields for threats, you're way less likely to see this. And I've said it on the stream before. People say, like, I'm telling you right now, the attack range of moves like Earthquake on this Excadrill are not meaningfully different than the extra small one. I'm telling you that right now. People say that it's true. I'm telling you it's not. Nobody has the proof other than me, and I'm not uploading it anytime soon. That's all I'll say. It affects your ability to dodge attacks. That's really all it does. So go subscribe to No Bottlecaps if you want to see that. In fact, I should link the latest No Bottlecaps video. Also, No Bottlecaps chat, I've been completely ignoring you. My bad, homies. I should link the latest No Bottlecaps in like a pin here. Have they showed the proof so you don't have to upload? What are you talking about? Have they showed the proof? Pin this. Well, I'll remove this actually. If you're talking about the latest No Bottlecaps video, that was me, not Hefe, for the record. But we're doing a video essay type on it. What's wrong with my screen? Oh, is it foggy weather? It's kind of rare, right? The No Bottlecaps channel is for live gameplay videos. I stream on No Bottlecaps just because why not, right? What about S compared to XS? I don't know. I never kept any of the... Oh yeah, people wanted to see the way that I farmed XS Pokemon. I could do it right now, actually. Let me do it. Alright. Here, I'll show you how to farm XS non-shinies. So fly to the wild zone. Fly to the wild zone that you want to catch the XS Pokemon on. I go with repeat balls. So if I wanted to farm XS Kenga... Well, it broke out, but... You would go catch all of the Pokemon that you want. Right? You do this. So I wanted all these Pokemon to be XS. You go into your boxes. I'm gonna have to switch to this. Where did they go? Oh, they're in my party. You check the summaries. No XSs. Close the game. Then you hit up X and B on the title screen to load your backup save. The backup save is made every single time that you fly to an area. And so now you can fly back to the wild zone. The Pokemon are all going to respawn and be different. They're going to be completely different than what they were last time, and you don't have to wait the 3 minutes for them to respawn, right? So that is, in my mind, the best way to, for my money, that's the best way to farm. Just extra small, not shiny. Am I in the right spot? I am. We have to go this way. Up on D-pad, yeah. Because, and you have to do it that way because I can't visually tell. Yep, all at the same time. And so the reason you do that, by the way, or the reason I do it that way is because if you catch a Pokemon or you KO a Pokemon, yeah, if I catch a Pokemon or KO a Pokemon, it takes like 3 minutes for it to respawn, and it's like, where else is there Clefairy? Like, there's not a lot of places where you can catch a Clefairy or like a Drillbur, right? And so what I would do with Drillbur is I would catch everything here, and then I would reset until I caught an extra small one. I actually caught 2 shiny Drillbur before I caught an extra small one, by the way. I have them in my shiny box. I caught a shiny Drillbur and a shiny Excadrill before I caught an extra small one. I do have the shiny charm, by the way. Well, this is actually the first Pokemon game I've ever gotten the shiny charm in. And because I'm based, based, I actually didn't even complete all of the quests. Because I did the 1,000 battles before I did any of these other things. And if you do the 1,000 battles first, you can actually keep, you don't have to do these things. What zone did I farm Drillbur? I did 14. Well, I actually had to do the 1,000 battles to get bottle caps. Someone's asking, oh, they've had a hard time farming bottle caps. Guys, if you just play ranked mode, you'll just get bottle caps. You can literally get a bottle cap for getting 3rd place or higher. You can get 2 regular or 1 gold as rewards. Or even sometimes you can get 1 regular. I have so many bottle caps because of this now. Yeah, call it tiny hunting. Ugh. What, like... What, Stunfisk, Talon, Vaporeon? I don't really have a set team. I really like Talonflame. I think it's a good Pokemon. It just, But I don't have a set team at all. My team changes basically every video. Lately, my Staplemon that's like on every team, because for a while it was Talonflame on every single team. But lately my Staplemon has been Vaporeon. I think Vaporeon's really, really good in this metagame because of all the Garchomps and Chandelure around. But I still think Talonflame's pretty good. I use it all the time. It does a butt ton of damage to, Xerneas, so. Ugh. Oh, whoops. I didn't put myself back. Thank you. What's the best check to Xerneas? I mean, the thing about Xerneas is the best check to it's probably Metagross. It's not like Excadrill's bad either, though. Excadrill's really powerful. I actually like Mega B a lot, too. Nope. Charizard versus Talonflame. Talonflame has Brave Bird, and its attacks are significantly more spammable than Charizard. So Talonflame's much higher speed stat allows it to really spam moves very frequently with little speed investment. And it also has Brave Bird, which Charizard does not learn. On top of that, Talonflame doesn't Mega. So Charizard, while more powerful than Talonflame, often does not run Life Orb. It runs Mega. It runs Mega Charizard. And until it evolves, it's weaker than Talonflame. So Talonflame is like I would say Talonflame you use as a plus move attacker to spam powerful moves like Brave Bird and like Flare Blitz. But you can also use it as a long-range third partier to hit with Heat Wave and Brave Bird. And it'd be really powerful that way. So I think those are the main advantage to it. I think plus moves are just better than Megas for the most part. Especially, most Pokemon these days run double coverage. So, like, if you have a Pikachu that's fighting a Mega Greninja, and Pikachu Volt Tackles it and then Mega Evolves to avoid it, Pikachu can probably immediately just Thunderbolt it and kill it. You know what I mean? It's like, most Pokemon are running double attacks this game. Or they'll use a non-super effective attack to bait out the Mega Evolution. I haven't found Parting Shot U-Turn Volt Switch to be that good. Volt Switch is the best one for my money because Volt Switch is just a powerful electric type damage. And you can run it as dual stab. If I had to deal with any of the cheaters in ranked battles yet, no. And I'm actually think AJP is a fucking idiot for making that video, by the way. Because it's so obviously not a problem. Like, one person posted a video of them using hacks. They probably instantly got banned, and I've never seen one ever. And he then scared everyone into thinking that competitive Pokemon on ZA is full of hackers. It's like, way to go, fucking idiot. Like, see one Twitter clip and just instantly say that the whole, like, I don't know. That guy's a fucking complete loser tool. I genuinely hate him. Like, if you support AJP or watch his videos, you're also, like, a loser. Because he is just a thief. He's just a content thief who mills off of other people's work, does none of his own, and is just, like, an information order who spoon feeds spoons. I truly hate him. I think that there certainly has to be use cases for Parting Shot and for U-Turn. I just haven't experimented with it yet, Austin. All right. Let's do an in-zone check for fun. We'll do the bit here. The battling in this game's fun. Yeah, ranked has no hackers as far as I can tell. I do see every now and then one of those people who stand still in the corner, but from what I understand, those are not hackers. They're just people who don't want to play, but they want the Greninja Stone. So they just like duct tape their controller to be in a specific position, and have like a turbo controller that mashes A. I've been trying to land on these bushes. It doesn't seem possible. Yeah, I've seen them too. I think those are also... There's fake AFKers. I think it's a fake AFK strategy, and then I also think it's a turbo controller strategy. The 1v1 meta in this game is so weird. I don't know. I don't know if I'm interested in trying it. It looks kind of like... I already consider this the regular version of this kind of Mickey. In terms of being a competitive game, but I don't know. The 1v1 seems really Mickey. I have to do, yeah, I wish that there was different battle options. Yeah, a 2v2 with like you partner with somebody, it would be cool. Yeah, 2v2, suddenly street map is good. I think there's a good world where doubles is, like, cool. The way doubles would have to work is that self-buff moves cannot target, like, so I think that doubles would be cool. You can target your ally. I feel like self-buff moves targeting allies is bad. Like, imagine you can both light screen off each other. That doesn't seem healthy. but you should be vulnerable to damage from your allies' attacks, right? And then I do think healing moves should be able to work on allies as well. So like if you cast Wish, you could cast Wish on your teammate's Pokemon rather than yourself. It's just Swords Dance Light Screen should only be castable on enemies. But that's too clunky, probably. We should understand how the shiny method work. Pokemon despawn when they're about 70 meters away from you and respawn when they're about 50. That's it. So we can see we have 3 Clefairy, or 2 Clefas and a Clefairy here. I run 70, you could probably see, it's hard to see them. But when I get 70 meters, they despawn. How did my short end up doing from yesterday? I did a short on No Bottlecaps. Oof, not too great. I stole your spot. I did watch you do Drampa, so I just copied it. I was like, oh, he did Drampa. I'll just do this. Quick thanks. I have 7 Master Balls in my inventory thanks to your videos and still use Pokeballs when going after legendaries. I felt myself again. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I could keep going like this if I wanted to be perfectly fast. If I wanted to be, like, perfect with my resets. But the thing is, I'm very check-pilled. A lot of people are like, just do this and don't check for a really long time. And it's like, alright, fucking dorks. I'd rather check. I'm interested in going here and observing the creatures. I like checking. The whole fun of shiny hunting is check. I want to see if they're the different guy or whatever the fuck. Here, I'll be like Nick. Right? It's so Bob to not check. You're all Bobs if you're not checking. Anyone I don't like is Bob. Well, there's like no opportunity cost to checking. Or there's, no, the opportunity cost to checking is you get less resets per hour in. Bobby? No, it's, there's a guy I know. Basically, if you do things in a way that's different from him, he just calls you a Bob the Builder as an insult, saying you're appealing to little kids. There's no logic to it. Oh. I can't be Bob-phobic. Will I hear the shiny sound from there? No. Okay, we'll do check. I love doing daytime check. You never hear a shiny if it's in the zone and you're not in the zone, I thought. I like observing. Hello, creatures. Tell me about your life. Where's Soup? Oh, there he is. Oh, is it? Wait, we have to do the daily... We have to do the morning attempt to land on bush bit. Dang! Oh, that was close! I actually have to go again, because that was so close. Never have I been closer. She made, like, the landing noise. Okay, one more. Oh! Wait, no, I really have to do one more. This is so doable. I was actually a doubter until this exact moment. Alright, I'm stopping. I'm actually obsessed. I think it's possible, by the way. Okay. Norm, different music. What do I think about TAS versus world record streamers? I don't even understand the question. What do you mean, what do I think? I don't really watch anybody do any speedruns. The only speedrunner I watch is Sparkle on Twitch. They speedrun Coliseum. Six Schadenfreude is that? What are you talking about? Oh. I was thinking about doing a Coliseum playthrough again. Well, I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. I honestly only plan to stream an hour. I guess I'll go till 2 and then I'll stop. I mean, the EV doesn't need to be static, right? If you're just despawning the potential EV spawner, then you could do it. But also you could force, like, you could do the spawner overload thing to make there be, like, every Pokemon that can spawn there will spawn there, and therefore there's always an EV available to reset for. I feel like just flying to this entrance of the zone, which has an EV in vision, is just good enough for EV. Like, yeah, sometimes you won't get the EV to spawn, but it's there most of the time. Does Coliseum have an announcer? PBR has one for sure, and so does Stadium, but I don't think Coliseum has an announcer. We're gonna go check this way, just to change up the pace. I love that the baby also has big eyes, by the way. It's so funny. I do not think Champions will have an announcer. Every game where there is an announcer, you have to remember, was not developed by Game Freak. Game Freak did not make Pokemon Stadium. They did not make Pokemon Coliseum. They did not make Pokemon Battle Revolution. Did I change my... How did my thing change? What? It's so funny that there's so many people who think that Genius Sonority, any Genius Sonority Pokemon game, is better than any Game Freak Pokemon game. You guys, anyone who thinks that Coliseum is literally better than a single a main series Pokemon game, you guys have actual brain damage. I don't think that you're like a functioning human being. Sorry, hater energy just came out there. I don't know where it came from. Wrecked by Roar of Time. Oh, this song fucks. Wait, this song fucks. It feels like... It feels like I live in an insane world where everybody, they've lost their minds, all the people who talk good about Coliseum. These people need to be bullied for lying to everyone about it being a good video game. It's insane. And every single person you talk to who's played Coliseum, you're like, oh, when's the last time you played it? They're like, when I was 8. It's like, yeah, you thought Wes was cool. You didn't play the game. Sorry. You guys want to see Soup? I'm gonna go pick up Soup. Soup, hello. Big stretch. Hi, Soup. Hold on. Be right back. I want to show you guys about Soup. This is my new kitten, Soup. Observe him. He's cute. So he has cerebellar hypoplasia, and he cannot walk straight. part of his brain does not get fully developed, and that it's the part that controls coordination and balance. Come on. No, he's named Soup because the adoption place had his name as a superstore, and we were like, "What the?" And they were like, "Yeah, we call him Soup," and I was like, "That's a good name." And then we just he was our foster, and we ended up just keeping him. No, you just spell it like soup, like SOUP. But it was short for superstore. Because his litter mates were named Bodega and Department, like those types of stores. Hi, buddy. That's enough for now. Yeah, so we kept it as Soup, even though the original name was Superstore. Bodega is a fire name. I actually hard agree. I hard agree that Bodega is a insanely goated name. Call him Bo for short too? No. So, the litter of kittens that... Bo's not bad. But, so like, his full name is Potato Soup. Because the litter of kittens we fostered at the time were all named after potatoes. So there was Hash Brown, Tater Tot, and Poutine. Or Poutine, depending on your persuasion. And, when... He wasn't part of their litter, but we took him in because he was a solo foster who they thought should be with a group of kittens. And they were like, we call him Soup, and I was like, let's kind of like low-key change his name to Soup. Let's like low-key change his name to Soup, and they were like, what kind of soup? And we were like, potato soup, because the other kittens are potatoes. And so his name is... If we want to do a B scenario, his name is Bo-tato Soup. I've also been calling him Zuppa. Like, Italian word for soup. Those motherfuckers thought that they could just put a Z in front of it. Thought we wouldn't notice. They just copied our shit. Rochambeau could be a good trio of names. Don't disagree. Check pillars rise up. I don't think I could call a kitten Mega Drive, but Genesis, Saturn are pretty good. No, it's not. I showed this before. I could show it off again if people are interested, but there's like an obvious, like the easiest way. I'll just do it right now. Why not? Fuck it, right? If you didn't see this earlier, here's the best way to farm for non-shiny excesses. Right? You just run in. Let's say I wanted to farm for excess Clefairies. So I would go into the Clefairy zone. That guy's not an excess because it's an alpha, but... Alright. So we got 3 Pokemon. Let's check if they're excess. What the... You can't check summary if you're in a battle? That's so weird. What? Medium, XL, medium, right? Alright, it's not what you want. So instead of waiting for them to respawn... you just go back to the main menu, hit up, B, and X, and load from a backup data. And every time you fly, backup data is created. So you'll now be respawned... you'll now be respawned back to before the, Pokemon were caught. And so you don't have to wait the 3-minute, the typical 3-minute requisite, right? Well, you can see they're back. They're all different. It's a Clefairy. That wasn't there before. They were 2 Clefas. So. Yeah, smaller equal better in this game. Anyone who tells you that smaller has any contention with size, they don't know what they're talking about. This song also fucks. You'll have to wait for the No Bottlecaps video essay on it. But let's just say you've maybe been misled to thinking that it does. Up B and X for backup data on title screen. The people who've done the checking were extremely lazy, basically. They were not thorough. Bam! Wrong, SRK. You've been misinfoed. You have been misinfoed. I had the crate. Did you see my New York today from the No Bottlecaps video? Oh, I'm not visible. Do you guys want to see the craziest fucking commissioner call from the latest No Bottlecaps? It was so unbelievable, bro. Hold on. Let's pull this up. Let me... We're gonna get the infinite loop. A thumbnail I made. Alright, check this out. Here to their alphas, which I previously... Okay, check this out. Well, yeah, I'll take that. We'll go for the ice beam here. They're gonna have to swap if they want to avoid this. They did not want to avoid it. We'll do a plus... Watch this. Trying to swap, but they like are mistimed. So first of all, this is a misplay. I could have dodged the attack just by running away, but check this out. It or something. Oh my gosh, that guy AFK'd. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just sit here. Yeah, idiot. What? In what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna just sit here. Yeah, idiot. You guys see that shit? Okay. Is my reaction not justified? Sit here. Yeah, idiot. What? In what world? Okay. What? In what we're gonna do is we're gonna just sit here. Yeah. I was nowhere fucking near that shit. You're telling me the radius of focus blast is this? You're telling me this is the radius of focus blast? That's what you're telling me. This is the radius. Every time I hit a pole, that shit instantly deletes everything. Okay, anyway. No, I think that's some scam shit. I think I was scammed. Let it be known. You'll never convince me I wasn't scammed. I'll absolutely die on this hill. This is a hill I'm absolutely willing to die on. Bing, 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 boing, bing. Jeff and I witnessed on local battles. Was that like 5 or 7 seconds or something like that? It was literally a 7-second delay on a battle between two switches that were literally like 4 feet from each other. It was like an actual like unbelievable 7-second delay. It was like crazy. Can you talk about why I don't like Coliseum? Slow-paced, dogshit story, no Pokemon selection, dogshit music, no exploration at all, endless battle hallway. What's the worst part of every Pokemon game? Oh, the Team Rocket story, you say. Oh, when you fucking have to jerk off instead of doing the thing that you want to do, collecting Pokemon and do battles. Yeah, I agree, that's probably the worst part of every Pokemon game. Oh, what if we made that into its own game solely, where all you do is battle Team Rocket grunts for 45 hours? That doesn't sound good to you? No. You think that doesn't sound like a good video game? No, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna sell well. What? Double battles where every single trainer has do you think that Pelipper trainers in Ruby and Sapphire are not fun? Where they always hit protect every single time that you do a battle, for literally no reason infinitely? You think that's not fun? You know what? I think we should make that an entire video game. Where every single trainer has 2 Pokemon in Protect, so you can't do anything the entire time. What? The modern Pokemon games turned off move animations? I agree, that sucks. What if we did that 20 years ago, and all the moves took forever? And then everybody said they loved it! Because the Pokemon were edgy! They had Shadow Pokemon! That was enough for everyone to forgive the entire game! Oh yeah, what if to transfer Pokemon in and out of the game, you know what everybody loves? Do you know what everybody loves about Fire Red and Leaf Green? It's that you have to do a 4-hour side quest to trade Pokemon with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. You know, we should just make it so that if you want to trade Pokemon, it takes you 35 hours. 35 hours if you want to trade Pokemon. What? What's that? Oh, you want to use the Pokemon you caught and level them up and train them? Sorry, you have to purify them, which takes 10 hours! I think that if you like Coliseum, you are not a human being. I think it's like just provable, right? Like you're just like some sort of NPC robot who's like, just you love the edginess so much that you'll forgive all other concepts. The Coliseum bonus disc, which gives you a Jirachi that can only have dog shit stats and 7 of them are shiny. What a great invention! You're right, it's such a good bonus disc. And nobody can get it? It costs $8,000 now because of collectors? It's so great! Good bonus, Jirachi, I can get it. I can get Jirachi, and the best stats I could have are 20 attack? No, this is great, dude. You're right, that saves the game. You give your mom half your rent. Unpopular opinion, if you're a parent and you charge your kids rent, unless they're like an actual like 30-year-old NEET, you're fucking degenerate. Crashing out over an N64 game? It's a GameCube game. You dumb fuck. Stupid idiot. Sorry. Oh, you'd be helping her. Okay, I see. Fair enough. That's valid. If you're just being a good child. No, I mean, Stadium is fun. Stadium has minigames, which is actually saves it. Stadium's challenges are also kind of difficult, but they're like framed in a way that it's not frustrating, right? Like, imagine if to do, like, like, think about this, right? The cups in Pokemon Stadium are fun, and Gym Leader Tower in Pokemon Stadium is fun, right? Imagine if to beat Gym Leader Tower in Pokemon Stadium 1 or 2, instead of just having to go from battle to battle to battle, and like plan your team and strategize, and you could reset against the trainer if you lose, instead of that, imagine if they made you walk up a flight of stairs, and it took you 2 minutes every time between battles just to walk upstairs and then walk down the stairs to go to the Pokemon healing machine. Imagine, that's all Coliseum is. It's Pokemon Stadium, but you have to walk up a spiral staircase 2 minutes between each battle. PBR is bad for a different reason, where it's bad because the challenges of the cups in the main story of Battle Revolution are not difficult enough or interesting enough. I thought it was like 2 Kangaskhan stacked on top of each other, but it wasn't. No, I'm playing on a Switch too. Can you even play ZA on emulator? Okay. Ugh. I thought Nintendo nuked the Switch 1 emus. Wow, I just realized this game doesn't have analog movement. Isn't that crazy? It's literally binary movement. You're either going this speed or you're going this speed. And then there's a run button. It's actually kind of cringe. Yep, that's the only reason anybody ever likes Coliseum, is because the intro was cool! And then they go around and they tell everyone it was the greatest Pokemon game ever made, and you're 24 and you finally have a GameCube for the first time and you boot it up, and it's just a complete piece of shit. And you're like, why has anyone ever said anything good about this game? And you ask around and everyone just says that they love it. And then when you ask them why, they just say it's because they played it as a kid! Why is this the only video game everybody's like this with? It's insane. It's insane. It's only this one game. There's no other games like it. I don't get it. Nostalgia is a real thing. Ever heard of the concept? Yeah, but I'm not so fucking stupid that I can't, like, I can be nostalgic for games and say I loved that as a kid, and then follow it up with saying I tried to play it recently. Boy, howdy, it stinks. There is no game that I just blatantly praise out of nostalgia blindly. XD is a lot better than Coliseum, but it's also just kind of boring, so. Oops. XD fixes a lot of the game's problems, but it also has literally nothing interesting about it. Alright. Black and White's really good. Black and White's one of the best Pokemon games ever made. Alright, new day is dawning. We'll do one more quickie refresh. Hello, little idiots. Alright, that's going to be the end of the stream for me. We'll do a check in this zone right now that I'm in for see if there's any shinies, but other than that. Yep. Alright. See you later, everybody. I'll be back with a stream tomorrow. It might be Gen 3 RNG Manip, or it might be ranked. We'll see. Okay, bye.